Okay, I stayed at Standing Bear Hostel last night. Hiked out in the rain, which turned into thunderstorms and lightning. Not very much fun. Held up for a while under some trees. Put the phones and cameras away, and hiked to the top of that mountain that has the air traffic control tower on it. And then I've been dropping down for about, seems like a mile or so, maybe a little longer. This area is really leafed out, so there's just like you're in a tunnel. You know, it's like you can't see anything. You know, a bear could walk up to you and you'd never see it coming. So I'll head into a shuttle. I don't remember a shuttle. Headed to a shelter. I don't know the name of it. It's about 7 miles from Standing Bear Hostel.
Set yourself free. What will be, will be. It's your time. It's your time. You draw a hard line in the sand.
Okay, stayed at Groundhog shelter last night. It rained all day yesterday, or at least in the morning. And so the cameras and phones are all packed away. So there's virtually no pictures from yesterday. I think yesterday was Wednesday. Yeah, there's the sign to Groundhog shelter. And it says Brown Gap is 3 miles, and then I-40 is 8 miles back that way. Next shelter south is 10.5. Next shelter north is 8.4. And so we're going up this way, which of course is north, and then we came up from south that way. And there's just forecast for some rain today, but so far it looks, it's hard to tell because the trees are all getting the leaves out, but there's blue sky up there. See you later. Some pretty flowers. I don't know what those are. So I think it's Thursday, and it's been climbing ever since we left Groundhog shelter, and we're starting to go down. But one thing I learned out here very early on is you never know when you're done with the climb, because a lot of times all it does is drop you down a bit, takes you across a ridge, and then you start going up again. And, you know, and climbing may only be half over. So we are going down, but I don't have any great high hopes that that was the I have no high hopes that that was the end of the first climb of the day. We may be just going down here and across a ridge and climb up over there somewhere. I don't see any mountains around us taller, but you know, they always seem to sneak one in somewhere and hide it behind some trees and then take us down and we go up again. But that's Mosey in front of me. He left about 20 minutes before I did, and it took me a long time to catch him. Yeah, he's fast. He's fast today. Usually I could run him down in about 5 or 10 minutes, but it took me a long time today. And here's a bridge tree. We don't have to worry about a snake on the other side because it's cold right now. I don't think the snakes are out yet. Otherwise I stick my poles on the other side and swish them around to stir up a snake if it's there, because I don't want to step over it and have a snake bite me. I've already encountered my 2 poisonous snakes for the trip. I don't need any more. See you later. Okay, we're on some forest road. It says road closed, but if the road's closed, why is the gate open, right? There are a lot of roads here. They're like well used too, so wonder which way it actually goes.
These are like Ocala has the same way.
Yeah, the road here.
Like
Yeah, these are like well used roads too. Maybe they just shut them down in the wintertime. You know what I mean? Because they
Yeah,
don't
they're
park.
doing stuff up here something.
Yeah. Well, in Colorado, they'll shut the roads down in the wintertime because they don't want people to get up there and get stuck. And maybe they do the same thing here in the wintertime. And in the summer, they open up and let the, you know, the hunters and because apparently you can hunt here. So, I don't know if you can see this, but this sign has this cute little, oh there, carving of the Appalachian Trail insignia. It says Roaring Fork Shelter 5.5, Max Patch 3.5, State Road 1182 2.7, elevation 3,500 feet, and we're in Brown Gap. So that's Brown Gap we just came out of. Here's a small camping area, maybe 2 or 3 tents, right above Brown Gap going north. So if you're looking for a place to camp, here's your place. Okay, so I've more or less climbed up out of Brown Gap. I'm on. What happens is you do most of the climb and it ends about right here, and then then there's like almost like a sawtooth ridge you go across here where you go up and down and up and down and up and down. It looks like small climbs up and down. Some of them look kind of steep, but they're all going to be short. And then in about 2.7 miles at the end of this little sawtooth ridge, you hit another climb, and it's a pretty healthy climb up on top of Max Patch. And I think I'll stop up there, take a break, and I think that's about 2.5 to 3 miles away. And of course, all the trees are leafed out. So if the views were poor in Georgia and North Carolina because the trees obstructed the view, well now add in the leaves and you can't see anything. You know, all you can see is basically a trail like this, you know, and a trail like that, and then you can see blue through the trees, and that's about the extent of what you can see. So there's no real good views unless you hit an open section. See you down the road. All right, so we left Groundhog Shelter this morning, and there's a short climb out of Groundhog Shelter, and then you drop down into Brown Gap, and then there's again another short climb out of Brown Gap, and you more or less hit the top of the mountains, and then you ridge run from there to the base of Max Patch. So we've been either right on the ridge or just below the ridge for a mile or so, and it's another mile to the summit of Max Patch. So I assume that we're gonna ridge run for about another quarter mile to a half mile, and then start to ascend Max Patch. But I don't really know the exact distance. It's a mile to Max Patch, and I don't know if it's a half mile climb up or 3/4 mile climb up or 1/4 mile climb up, but we're gonna split the difference and say it's probably about a half mile of ridge running over to, and you can see we're kind of on the ridge. It drops down there, and it's a little above us here right now, but we just came off the ridge right here, and we're just dropping down a little bit, but I can still see the green through the tree, the blue through the trees that way, and the blue through the trees this way. So we're still sitting on the ridge. So we're descending just a tiny bit here, and we are still on the ridge. We're right in the center of this ridge. And so if we assume it's about a half mile to the base of Max Patch, we'll, as I say, probably ridge run for another half mile, and then half mile climb up Max Patch. Max Patch is just a big, huge bald. I'm sure 100 years ago it was cleared for farming, and I think a lot of the Max Patch, I know, is a very popular destination here, and so I think some of these balds, to maintain them, the city, state, federal government actually still mows the top of them to maintain the look. And there's a road near Max Patch, so the tourists can drive in, park, and then probably hike up. Same hike I'm going to do. But again, it's a real popular destination out here, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. I wanted to camp on it last night, but the weather forecast looked kind of crummy. It was like 50% chance of thunderstorms, and I did not want to camp on the top of a exposed area in the middle of a thunderstorm. So held up at Groundhog shelter, and we'll have to forego the experience of camping on Max Patch, because I'm not going to stop there today and sit around all day. I'll go stir crazy sitting there all day to camp there tonight. So we're going to move on to not the next shelter, but the second shelter past that. I think the next shelter is is like 2 to 3 miles from Max Patch. We're going to pass that one and move on to the next one, which I think is about 5 more or 4 more. And I think Mosey's going there, and I think Greg said he was going there also, and or Yak, and so we'll have some company. And again, I always say we, because you're always hiking out here with lots of people, and lots of people are doing the exact same thing you're doing, so it's always a we and not an I. And I see signs up ahead, so I have to tell you what I'll do. This is really wide. This looks like this is a road. I'll keep the camera running till I see what's up here. I can see like buildings and, well, not buildings, but signs, and maybe a parking lot. So maybe this is Max Patch Road. I don't know. We'll find out here in a second. Sorry for tough.
Down on your knees, maybe you
Definitely looks like a road.
ones that more than me. Set yourself free.
It just says Groundhog 2.7 miles. Groundhog Creek Shelter 5.8, which is what we did last night. And it says, oh, State Road 1182. Really, that's State Road 1182 with a tree in the way. Kind of hard to go through this road. Now I'm just gonna run this until I get down this road. I just heard a car. So it must be a significant enough road. There's somebody's been up here because they smashed their lamp on their car, the lights in the car on that tree. So somebody tried to drive up here. Yeah, I can see road marks. Looks like recently, because it's in the mud. Okay. And we're just about to hit a road down here. Okay, and it looks like there's a road that goes down here. Looks pretty wicked though. I want a 4-wheel drive vehicle to go down there. It says 2250. I don't know if that's any significance to that. And then there's a blacktop road. No, that's just gravel. It looks like a well-used road right here. And there's a fence here. And there's a white blaze, so I assume we go. No, it's barbed wire. Oh, we're gonna go through this little turnstile type thing. That must be to keep the bikes and off-road vehicles off. And I'm guessing the trail goes down here. See you later. This is just past, I think it's road 1182 or 1183. And the Guthook app does not show water source here, but there's a lot of water right there. I can't imagine this is just seasonal. Guthook, update your app. That's definitely water. You know, it's not there all the time. It's a seasonal water source. Okay, so the Appalachian Trail comes up. Actually comes down up through there, out down here, kind of up this old abandoned road for just a little bit. Up the steps, and it says Max Patch Summit is 0.4 miles. It says Max Patch Trailhead is off to the left, and it says Max Patch Trailhead off to the right. So there's a trailhead 0.4 miles to the left, which is down this way. 0.4 miles to the right. I can hear voices and a lot of road noise. It says max patch is 0.4 miles up this way. So we're gonna head up that way, and the Appalachian Trail goes this way. Okay, so here's a pre-max patch. I can say that 5 times. A pre-summit view. Must be kind of up there somewhere. The trail goes up over that little rise right there. But even the view here is really nice. You know, being in the trees and under the canopy for literally days and days and days. This is a nice view. Out in the sun. And that actually looks like cultivated fields over there. It's kind of neat. Kind of a little bit of civilization. And I could hear voices coming from somewhere, but I don't see anybody. I don't know if there's people on the Appalachian Trail behind me, or there's people climbing up to match patch from the parking lots. But I'll see at the top. Okay, so this would be the summit of Max Patch. And as I say, 100 years ago, it was cleared for pasture cultivation. And it just became, when the park system got a hold of it, these walls became kind of, you know, unique little destinations. The trail actually comes down around the side and actually comes up over there, and then skirts the side of the vault, and then comes up here to the top, crosses the top, and it goes over that way. I think it goes down towards them there mountains over there. I'm sure we'll have to climb that mountain. And over there, it's really hard to see, but way over there, right up there, is the air traffic control tower that we went past yesterday. I didn't have my phone out to take pictures because it was raining and thunderstorming all morning. And when I was there yesterday, around like 11 or so, it was still raining a bit. And then I don't know if I can walk down it, or I'm not going to, but there's a parking lot down over the hill there, and it looks like it's a short walk up from the parking lot if you just come straight up. Not more than a quarter mile. I'm gonna eat a little bit, drink something, and then I'm gonna take off before some thunderstorm moves in and makes this an awful place to hang out. But it's cool up here. It would be nice to camp up here. It's pretty windy though. Later. Max Patch again. It's cool. Somebody was up here flying a kite. They left it here. So I guess if you want to fly a kite, you can. I'm up here by myself right now. Mosey's behind me. And when I got up here, there were a couple tourists and a hiker, and they've all left now. And the parking lot had like 4 or 5 cars in it, but I don't see the people. I could hear voices. Yeah, the hikers way over there on the trail. I could hear voices when I was coming up, but I never did see the people. And there's a cultivated area down there. Oh, and up there too. Yeah, this is pretty big. It's probably half mile across. Well, where you start from here to over there. This would have been a big pasture. All right, see you later. Lemon Gap?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're at Lemon Gap. I don't see any lemons, so there's a road, that's about it. So tell me who you are.
Brady Rush from Auburn, Alabama.
Dave Dezilia from Auburn, Alabama.
Brian Cornelius from Gunnersville, Alabama.
Luke Hayworth from Auburn, Alabama.
Call me Braden Johnson, Auburn, Alabama.
Patrick Harris from Auburn, Alabama.
All right, stop it.
Jacob Hyatt, Auburn, Alabama.
Oh, Jesus. They're all the same place.
No, wait, hey, what about trail names?
Yeah, you have trail names?
He's Sheets. He's Loose Job.
Loose Job.
Loose Job.
Anybody else have one?
Not yet. We haven't dubbed them yet.
Yeah, this is...
All they brought was sheets to sleep with.
It was freezing in some sheets.
Hey, and That's why he's lose job.
And this is Medicine Man from Australia. And this is Mosey from Florida. And I'm a kilometer from Denver. Nice to meet you guys. Good luck. Have fun.
Thanks.
And pay real close attention to the trail from now on.
We're not gonna make the same mistake twice.
Yeah.
You guys headed for today?
Well, that was a fun climb. Okay, Rattlesnake Gap that way, water that way, around Mountain Recreation Area 2 miles, and this would be the shelter. And apparently there's camping down beyond the water, but since I just heard thunder, I'm going to go in here and then decide what to do later. Okay, this is, that must be Walnut Mountain, because this is Walnut Mountain Shelter. It's a little tiny log cabin looking thing. Pretty old and beaten up. AT North goes that way. Looks like there's some campsites down there that look really nice. I was planning on camping out tonight and getting out of these shelters, but as I was coming over Walnut Mountain, which is clear at the top, I heard thunder. I don't really want to camp out in a thunderstorm, but I might wait and see what happens and then set my tent up later. And I think I hiked 13 miles today. There's a privy down there that looks sort of old and beaten up. And there's water a tenth of a mile down that way.
With a heavy weight, barreling down for many years, delivering loads of pain, fueling again and again. Any hope caught in your smoke just disappeared. So it's your turn to say sorry. Your turn to fall down on your knees. Maybe you'll learn that you've been hurting the ones that you love more than me. Set yourself free. You hold the key. Set yourself free. What will be, will be. It's your turn. It's your turn. will free. What will be, will be. Will be. It's your time. Set yourself